Hello, my name is Jason Lowry.
And I'm Mark Toady.
And this is the Parkland Podcast.
It's the Parkland Podcast with Jason and Mark. It's the Parkland Podcast with Jason and Mark. They got plenty to say. They got plenty of heart. On the Parkland Podcast with Jason and Mark. It's the Parkland Podcast. Yeah, the Parkland Podcast. It's the Parkland Podcast. Yeah, the Parkland Podcast with Jason and Mark. Jason and Mark.
Episode 47, or episode 47, if you're from South City, is here for you. And again, as always, we thank you so much for all the people that come up and pat us on the back and say, hey, your little podcast thingy is really fun to watch and listen to. We appreciate that. Coming up in this episode, we're going to talk to Candy Hente with the Farmington Regional Chamber of Commerce. Country Days is coming up.
She's bringing company with her, too.
Oh, she is? Who's coming with her?
Yes. One of the girls in the office will be joining her.
Okay.
Excited about that.
Very good. So we'll get our full-on Country Days preview for Country Days 2025. Paul Meinsen will join us with the St. Francis County Lions Club. A barbecue is in the works.
Oh, it's a good one, too.
Oh, boy. We'll find out more about that. Maybe eat some on camera. That'll be great. And then Breanna Griffin, one of our favorite guests to talk to, will join us from the St. Francis County Health Department. She will make us feel bad about choices we make regarding our health.
She will make you healthier just by watching the episode and make us look really bad.
Yeah. So that's all coming up. Stick around for that, along with news, weather, sports, events, all coming up now on the Parkland Podcast. It is sponsored by Parkland Pharmacy, Discover Farmington, Subway of the Parkland, Save a Lot of the Lead Belt, Heimberger Construction, and First State Community Bank in Farmington. Coming up, keep watching that Facebook page for your chance to win tickets to see Wolf Creek, local bluegrass heroes, coming to Long Hall May 16th at 7 o'clock. That is also brought to you by Discover Farmington. What'd you do this week, Mark Toady?
Pretty slow week for me. It all geared up. This is Saturday as we record this, and Saturday is the day for the big St. Paul School auction.
Yeah.
So I can't really tell you how it went other than it's going to be spectacular.
Absolutely.
Spectacular. Brad Dietrich is the auctioneer. I'm his sidekick, and we have a blast with it, and we raise some money for a great cause.
He does all the heavy lifting, like the pointing and the...
He sells the stuff.
Yeah.
I describe it and throw in some of my usual inane, silly, goofy comments to keep people giggling.
Right.
In between
and
items.
the radio instincts kick in, and there's no dead air, is there?
Yeah, because I do no show prep at all for this.
It's just
None at all.
Yeah.
This all started when Brad would make fun of me.
Yeah.
Because all I ordered was food stuff from the banquet. And after about 3 or 4 years of making fun of me, he invited me to be a spotter for him for the auction.
Right.
And after a year or two of that, he said, you might as well just come up on stage with me because I spent half the night talking with you anyway. So,
yeah. Give this man a microphone and see what happens.
And it's been that way now for close to 10 years.
Yeah. I'm about that time, I think, with the St. Joe auction. And, it's a lot of just describing things, and then the auctioneer just, hey,
and you make fun of a few people
yeah, exactly.
here and there, especially the big bidders.
Right,
you can shame them into spending more money, and that's what it's all about, making money to help the kids.
Right, and then like you might have to fill because one of them's in the bathroom, and you want to make sure that they're out on the floor whenever this certain item comes up. So you're like, hey, hold on a second, let's talk about the importance of this, and you just kind of,
We haven't been able to find it to bring it back, but one year they had a mannequin of a Western dancing girl. You can imagine the outfit she might have been wearing.
Oh.
Well, they put that in the men's restroom.
Oh, no.
For some reason. And about halfway through the auction, I took a break to go to the bathroom. The mannequin had probably $60 or $71 bills stuffed down her top.
No.
It was great. It was great.
Oh, man. Make sure they got moved out before school on Monday.
The mannequin made as much money as the auction.
Hey,
did.
well, great. That's
There's your
fantastic.
totally. By the way, that'll serve as your totally awesome radio story.
Oh, okay. That
Yes.
that works pretty good.
They've had me dress up as a sumo wrestler for this.
Yeah.
A gangster, a Mexican bandit. I tell them, whatever you want me to dress up as, I will. You just got to buy me the costume.
Right. Yeah. Costume not included. Mark Toady for you.
Just the humility, I guess.
I remember the sumo wrestler one. I've seen pictures of that.
I love that. That was my favorite one.
We had a fantastic week, really centering around Sir Jonas, our 14-year-old oldest son. He got confirmed on Wednesday. Beautiful ceremony. Big thanks to Deacon Mike Birch, his sponsor, who is like a jackpot of sponsors. Such a great guy. Thank you, Mike and Pat, for everything you've done to help that boy with his faith. And then on Friday was his 8th grade field trip.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, Kayla and I both got to take the day off. I had a dentist appointment that got canceled. It was crazy. And I was able to go. And we went to the main event. First off, we hit a donut shop on the way up there, Duck Donuts, which was really cool, and then a record store, which my record for this week that I got for our music segment was purchased at this record store. And I could have bought, oh my gosh, I could have spent so much money there. It was all used records and fantastic. Whew, so much fun. But then we went to main event in Boone's Crossing out by Chesterfield. And that place is like a Dave & Buster's, I guess is the best way to describe it. And when we first got there was, I think, St. Genevieve Middle School had a big group there, and Riverview Gardens, and then a school from Illinois. And an hour into, we were there for 4 hours. An hour into it, those other schools left, and it was just us.
Nice.
And had like the whole arcade and everything basically to ourselves. I made a loop between the skee ball machines, a couple of the driving games, and a free throw game. In fact, when I do this, oh yeah, I can feel it today. But man, that was so much fun, and he had such a blast. We went to the mall and ate, and then they went to this other place, and it's so hard to explain, and I can't even remember the name of it, but it's by IKEA out there, I guess at 40 and 170, where that area kind of comes together. And it's like escape rooms, but they're different, and like you have all these different codes you got to crack. It's very cerebral. And we went to this room where the TVs would flip between all these different camera views. So we watched the kids while they're trying to figure out these puzzles, and some of them, you had to shoot a basketball, but only when the backboard was a certain color, and all this stuff. And I mean, they just had a blast, but we had more fun watching them and watching some of the other parents try to do this stuff too. That was the best part, watching Pam Jaycox and some others just kind of run around the halls of this place together. But it was so much fun, and that class is so tight and so close. And thanks to everybody that bought chocolate and all the fundraisers that happened, because that was such a great day.
By the way, I want to send a shout out as well to Savannah and Sage Coffrin. They are seniors this year at Farmington High School.
Yeah.
Getting ready to graduate. I first met them when they were about 3 years old, and they were going to St. Paul Lutheran Church with their mom
Right.
at the time, and they would call me Marky Mark.
Right.
And I was like one of the ushers, and I would always come by and get their money when we did the offering and things like that. And now all of a sudden they're getting ready to graduate high school. They sent me a graduation announcement, which I thought was really sweet. And I just want to wish them the best on their future, and a special hi to their mom as well.
I know those two. I see them at lunch.
Yeah, they're good kids.
They have a lunch.
Yeah.
They have a lunch. That's my a lunch duty. Graduation coming up in a couple weeks. I'm a finalist to be one of the speakers at graduation this year.
No pressure.
I don't think I'll get it.
See, if they would ever invite me to be a speaker at graduation, I would just go up on the stage with a sign across my chest that says, "Don't let this happen to you. Stay in school."
No, you graduated high school. You graduated Broadcast Center, right?
Yeah,
you see?
I remember my junior year in high school, 3 of the best years of my life.
But you made it.
Yeah, I made it.
You made it.
They didn't want me around anymore.
Yeah, it's like, you know what? That probably
Get rid of
happens
that
more than you
guy.
think.
Get rid of that guy. Now I volunteer
true.
at the Farmington Senior Center, and one of the guys that comes in
Yeah?
is the old principal from Eureka High School.
Really?
Doesn't remember me at all. He remembers my brother.
Okay, well, that's probably good, though. That means you weren't in his office as much?
Not him, but another principal probably has less fond memories of me.
The discipline guy.
Yeah.
Trivia. Got any trivia questions?
Yes. We're going to go, since the Blues, as we record,
Yes.
are tied 3-3 in their series with Winnipeg. Let's go Blues. Let's go Blues when Game 7 rolls around. But anyway, we're going to do a little hockey trivia for
Okay.
you.
I will totally bomb this.
The all-time leading goal scorer for the Blues is Brett Hull. I think everybody knows
Yes.
that. 527. Who's second?
Who's second? Bernie Federko?
Bernie Federko.
Okay.
Can you go third?
Third. Now that's when it probably starts to get a little murky because like 5 or 6 guys come to mind. Goal scorer, played a long time. I don't know. Braden Shin.
Brian Sutter.
Brian Sutter. Oh,
Brian
yeah,
Sutter,
duh.
Followed by Gary Unger. See, I would have
Gary
gone Gary
Unger.
Unger second because he's from my era.
Yes.
He was almost one of the original Blues. All right. What year did the St. Louis Blues enter the NHL?
66?
67. You were
67.
close.
Dang it.
You were close. And let's do one more.
Okay.
One more. The Blues have won one Stanley Cup, right?
Yes, 2019.
How many times have they been to the NHL Stanley Cup Finals?
Oh, that's right. Well, because when they did the expansion, like one of those expansion teams made it automatically, and the Blues, didn't they go like 3 times?
You gotta tell me.
I want to say they did 3, and then obviously 2019 when they won. So I'm going to say 4.
4 is exactly right.
Okay.
The man knows his hockey.
I'm surprised myself. Bernie Federko. One time I stepped on Bernie Federko's jacket in the Blues booth.
Oh, my.
Yeah. He was not happy with me, and I apologized. And so if he saw me today, that's the guy that stepped on my jacket. I hate him.
Boy, that reminds me of the time I went to see Sammy Kershaw in concert. Not
Yeah?
Sammy Kershaw.
Oh.
Sammy Hagar.
Okay.
In concert with a whole bunch of guys. And I was somewhere it was Riverport at the time. I think
Yeah.
it's Hollywood Casino Amphitheater now.
Yeah, it's still Riverport.
And I heard the music start, and I was out in the alleyway, the rampway, whatever you
Right.
would call it. And I said, I got to get back. And I turned around as fast as I could and started to run. And I ran right into a guy who had 2 beers in his hands. And I knocked them both out of their hands. And when I looked up, my eyeballs were looking right at his chest. That's how big he was.
Oh, no.
He was about 6'5", and I was in a hurry to get back, and I was also fearing for my life. It was like, give me 3 steps from Leonard Skinner.
Right?
And I just looked at him and I said, Mister, I'm sorry, I'm really sorry. And I took off running. Didn't handle it as well as I probably should have. I should have given him $10 or $15 and let him buy 2 more beers, but I just freaked out. So if that guy is still alive and he watches the Parkland podcast again, I'm still sorry, dude.
I'm still sorry, dude.
I was the guy.
So did you like spend the rest of the concert like looking over your shoulder?
I looked over my shoulder.
Oh, man.
And we had tickets at the time, and I kept tearing my ticket, and they said, you got to have your ticket to get back in.
Right.
And by the time that I got there, my ticket that was this big, I had about that much of it left.
Oh, no.
And luckily they let me back in. So then I just didn't drink anymore or do anything else I just watched the show. Sammy Hagar puts on a great show.
Sammy Kershaw, not so much, right?
Sammy Kershaw's a joke.
There you go. Yay, that somehow morphed into a totally awesome radio story. Save-A-Lots of the Lead Belts ready to serve you. Every time we record the podcast, Mark, I get a text from Save-A-Lot. I get one from Farmington and one from Park Hills because I routinely go to both of them. And you get the mystery coupon. These are a lot of fun to play around with.
Oh, yeah. You never know what it's going to be, too. But it's always a way to save money. And that's what you get at your hometown grocery store. Save-A-Lot. I like to go to the Farmington location. It's quick. It's convenient. And I go in looking for one or two things, but I always leave with more because they've got such a great selection.
But that's okay because the card this week is $10 off a $50 purchase. That is
if you're
very
a family,
good deal. Oh, yeah.
If you've got 3 or 4 little ones, as Jason knows firsthand, $50 can come and go pretty quickly.
Now, Save-A-Lot, great place to shop. Oh, I got a new item I need to talk about that was so good. Okie dokie hot cheese popcorn.
Nice.
I ate a whole bag of it literally in a day. Like I got it went shopping one night, ate it after dinner as a snack, took it with me to school the next day. That was my breakfast and my lunch.
I'm getting hungry just hearing about it.
Good. So check that out. So many great things to eat. Your local Save-A-Lot store. Save-A-Lot of the Lead Belts. Eating fresh at your local Subway is always a good idea. The locations including Farmington, Park Hills, downtown Park Hills, Deloge, and the Walmart Supercenter. Deliciousness. Mark Tody is a regular, and I mean a regular, at the Farmington location of Subway.
I am stuck on the beast. I can't get enough of that sandwich. I go in to get something else, and then I think, oh, wait a minute. I really like that sandwich. So I always get that. And Heather and Jessica and Breanna, 3 of the loveliest young ladies you'll ever want to meet. They do such a great job of hooking me up with the meats and the cheese that go on it and all the veggies I want on it. They give me a choice of sauce. But I'm so hooked on it, I still haven't had a chance to try their new event, the footlong nachos. These are so good. I see a picture of it, and it's like, golly Moses, it takes my breath away. So Mike and Jake, I promise I'm going to try it out, but I'm stuck on the beast right now.
Jake says these are best when you toast them. He says
I
you
believe
got to get
that.
that extra round of heat on there, and they are fantastically delicious. Love Subway. Always like to eat fresh whenever I can. You should too. They're located in Farmington, downtown Park Hills, and the Walmart Supercenter in Deloge. The latest news is happening now on the Parkland podcast.
Potosi continues to be a hotspot for severe weather. An EF1 tornado briefly touched down this past week, starting near Bates Creek, going through West City Park and the south side of Potosi. Trees were twisted. There was roof damage reported, dangerous flooding as well. Despite all of that, no injuries were reported.
Governor Mike Kehoe has requested federal assistance in the wake of the most recent storm. Statewide, a total of 6 people have died in spring weather outbreaks this spring.
Warrant Wednesdays continue to be successful for the St. Francis County Sheriff's Department. 30-year-old Nikki Williams was featured on the Sheriff's Department's Facebook page. She was captured last Thursday in Washington County by members of the Missouri State Highway Patrol. Troop C Relentless Pursuit Task Force. The former fugitive frequented the Park Hills area and was wanted in St. Francis County for felony stealing of a motor vehicle.
The 2025 legislative session is winding down. May 16th is the final day. Legislators will be in Jeff City. Legislative efforts to change the results of Proposition A are still in the works, although the measure became active this past week. Prop A will raise the state's minimum wage to $15 an hour in 2026 and mandates that employees be given 1 hour of paid sick leave for every 30 hours worked. A bill in the House seeks to eliminate the sick leave portion of the amendment, approved by voters last fall by 57%. The next goal will be to get the state's budget to the finish line before that May 16th deadline.
The Park Hills Ludington Chamber of Commerce has announced the recipients of its 2025 scholarships. This year they had the pleasure of awarding substantial scholarships, each exceeding the initially planned $500 amount, to three outstanding Central seniors, Haley Stevens, Luke Guiley, and Colin Hulsey. And the dates for the St. Francis County PRCA Rodeo have been established May 23rd and 24th. We'll have more on that coming up with a future podcast interview.
And that's your latest news right here on the Parkland Podcast. Parkland Pharmacy, small town pharmacy at its finest. They just had their big drug take back that they did. They're always helping out the community, Mark, and the customer service. I know we talk about it with a lot of, but you know what? The people that advertise with us, they have good customer service, and that's just how it works. And Parkland Pharmacy, parklandrx.com, no exception.
We talk about it a lot, but you know what? There's an old saying that says, if it's not broke, why fix it?
Yeah.
Their customer service is so good. How can you not talk about it? That doesn't mean they don't do other things well. They have fast, efficient service.
Mm-hmm.
You go in there, they'll know you by name.
Yeah.
And they will get you what you want, a minimum of waiting. They've got the drive-through. If you got a couple of the kids in the car and you can't really get out of the car and go in and talk, go through the drive-through. You will be treated so well. They're small and independently owned. They're not some big corporate chain.
Yep.
And they will take flat good care of you.
And they have experts in so many fields that will assist you as well. People like Judy Boring. We've known Judy for a long time. She is so good at helping people with insurance, with benefits, with things like that, with
She helped me out a lot.
Yeah, she is sharp. And there's basically everybody that's like Judy works at Parkland Pharmacy, and they are there to help you.
Hello, Julie. Special shout out to Carrie and Ruthie and all the other girls at the Farmington location.
ParklandRx.com, Parkland Pharmacy, proud sponsor of the Parkland Podcast. First State Community Bank, the three Farmington locations that serve us well: online banking, business banking, FSCB.com, member FDIC. I stole all the bullet points, Mark, but I know you love to talk about all the great people that work there.
It's the people that make the difference. There are a lot of banks, and they all do great work around here. But First State Community Bank, their community involvement really makes them stand out to me. You will not go to a community event without not seeing just one, but multiple people from First State Community Bank, not just there, but involved. They care about this community. They go to school here. They go to church here. They do business with people in the community. You
Like
cannot
the Parkland
go wrong.
Podcast.
Yeah, like the Parkland Podcast. You cannot go wrong with First State Community Bank. They are so much more than member FDIC. I love going there.
Absolutely. First State Community Bank sponsoring the Parkland Podcast. Events time. Events are powered by Discover Farmington, more than you ever imagined. DiscoverFarmingtonMo.com allows you to find out more about entertainment, dining, outdoor activities, wineries, and more.
Farmington, Missouri, your destination for a perfect weekend getaway. Dine in at one of our quality restaurants or visit one of our surrounding wineries. Farmington offers a variety of parks and other recreational leisure time activities. See some sights, have some fun, and go wherever your heart takes you. Sounds like a lot of fun, so get a room and stay a while. All this and more awaits you just 60 miles south of St. Louis. Discover Farmington today.
Hey, Mom's Cafe at the Methodist Church in Farmington opening up and offering a free meal this Wednesday.
2025 sauces and shows, Wings and Wheels, happening May 9th and 10th in downtown Park Hills. Events include a hot wing eating contest, live music, craft vendors, Dale Mosier car show, Midwest Sports Center side-by-side show, a Hot Wheels race, monster trucks, food trucks, car crushing, beer garden, and more. Friday night and all day Saturday, May 9th and 10th in downtown Park Hills.
A1 Home Care, the Bonne Terre Chamber of Commerce Fishing Derby is May 10th at the Bonne Terre Pond with registration at 7. The Derby starts at 8. There's going to be food following. It's open to ages 15 and under.
Art in the Park, happening on May the 10th, 10 to 3 in Long Park in Farmington.
The Divas Derby, put on by the United Way of St. Francis County, takes place Saturday from 2 to 4 at the Iron Knot in Bonne Terre. There's going to be champagne, giveaways, all kinds of food. It's going to be a great time. All ladies and their daughters are welcome.
Blood drive for American Red Cross happening at the Farmington Elks Lodge. That'll be on May the 14th.
The Farmington FFA Pork Steak Dinner is May 15th at Farmington High School. You can call the high school, ask for the Ag Department, and they will hook you up with a pork steak.
It will be delicious, trust me. Also, Farmington Bluegrass Concert Series continues. Local bluegrass heroes Wolf Creek will be performing May 16th, 7 o'clock in Long Hall.
There's a blood drive May 19th at the First Baptist Church in Deloge.
The Cole Tractor PRCA Pro Rodeo happening May 23rd and 24th at the St. Francis County Fairgrounds.
We'll have more on that coming up on our next podcast. The Farmington Water Park opens May 24th.
And Farmington Country Days returns June 6th, 7th, and 8th, and we'll get a complete rundown of that event from the Farmington Regional Chamber coming up later on in this podcast. And go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, and speaking of great concerts, Chris Cagle's coming to the St. Francis County Fair in August.
That'll be August the 2nd. And those are your events. They are powered by Discover Farmington. Find out about local events, even book a wedding or day trip at discoverfarmingtonmo.com. Heimberger Construction, heimbergerconstruction.com, the website. Boy, they are such great people. They know their stuff, and they're ready to work with whatever kind of construction you need.
Jenny is so busy, Jennifer Heimberger, the owner of Heimberger Construction, because they're doing jobs all around the area, and that is just a testimony to the quality work they provide. If you are adding on to your business and you want to work with the right people, call Heimberger Construction. They have years of experience, and they don't just do work here locally. They are all throughout the Midwest because they have a great reputation. They are solid. They were here yesterday, they're here today, and they'll be here tomorrow.
And they use those Butler buildings because they're the best metal building system on the market and the only buildings that have that pre-punched roof system and standard 360-degree roof seam for their standing seam roof. And Butler Buildings, too, Mark, I did some research. They are a Missouri-based company as well. So you're using not only a quality company like Butler Buildings with Heimberger Construction, you're also keeping your money right here in the state of Missouri, too. So that's very good. Check them out. They've been around since 1978, heimbergerconstruction.com. It is your birthday segment here on the Parkland podcast. The birthdays for the week of May the 5th. Let us know about your birthdays through our Facebook page.
Please.
Shoot us a message. TikTok, we check that right before we record. And please let us know, if you could, a week in advance. So that ensures that we get the birthdays on, because we record these usually a week before they air. You got a special shout out you want to send to one of your old buddies?
Yeah, so one of my oldest and best friends of all time, Vince Bresnahan. His birthday was last week, but he's not on Facebook, so I never remember when his birthday is. I always know it's in the spring, and I know it's either late March or late April, but I'm just horrible at remembering that. So to shame me, because he watches the podcast with his wonderful, oh so youthful looking wife, Kathy, they watch it, and then they send me little comments, and all he said on this one was, "You forgot my birthday."
Oh, no.
Vince, I'm sorry, man. There's a lot of
Vince.
things to like about Vince Bresnahan. He's funny. He's engaging. He's got 2 great kids, some beautiful granddaughters. One of his granddaughters is ranked number 1 in the nation in figure skating for her age group.
Really? Wow.
Really,
Figure skating.
awesome.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
he sent me a video, and she's dancing to a collage of, I don't know if collage is the right word, but of songs by Queen, which made me like her even more, even though I've never met her. So,
Yeah.
But anyways, it's very impressive. So Vince, happy birthday to you. But maybe the thing to like the most about Vince is that, well, he's older than me.
Hey, yeah, absolutely.
Only by about a month and a half. But I've known him since I was 13 years old. So, Vincent, happy birthday to you. I hope you're doing great, man. Love you, brother. say hi to the family for me. Also, Craig Sutherland, 4-time Lutheran of the Year at St. Paul Lutheran Church. Happy birthday to you from your wife and your kids. And Kay Colvey, I hope I said that right. Kay Colvey celebrating a birthday Monday. She works at the Sea Barn in Farmington at Karsh and Washington Streets. And when I go in to get gas or if I get a cup of coffee, she makes it just the way I'd like it. And she is just one of the nicest kids you'll ever meet. So Kate, she told me last week her birthday was coming up on Monday. Happy 21st birthday to you.
Ooh, a big one.
Yeah.
Big birthday.
Yes.
Here's a birthday wish for somebody you and I both worked with.
Yes.
Fantastic sports director at J98 back in the day, now works for the St. Louis Sports Commission. Is that right?
I believe that's the last time I heard it.
Yeah. Our good buddy Tim Ryan celebrating a birthday on Monday. Happy birthday, Tim.
I have a big picture that John Cozine took of me broadcasting a Farmington High School football game, and it's big. He blew it up like this.
Yeah.
It's really big. And Tim was was the play-by-play partner with me on that one. So
awesome. Very
remember
good.
Tim well. Him and Max Linewan.
Max Linewan, and Max went on to work for Fox Sports Midwest. I wonder what he's doing now.
I think they're still buddies. I think they
Yeah.
still keep in touch. But I always liked it when the phone would ring at the station and the girl in the front office would go, Max, line 1. So are they telling Max to come up to the front, or are they saying he has a call on line 1?
Whoa, wait.
I always like that. So there you
And
go.
Tim met his wife at J98,
He
right?
did, Missy.
Missy,
as a matter of
yeah.
fact. Yes.
And so there you go, a radio romance that worked out. So way to go, Tim. Happy birthday to you, buddy. One of the most popular teachers at Farmington High School, and probably the guy that will be the graduation speaker this year again, Brandon McIntyre,
Good dude.
B-Mac, celebrating a birthday today, teaches history. He took us all on a walk of historic Farmington, one of our professional development days. In fact, that's the day we saw you
I
when we
remember.
were all walking through Farmington. And it's so cool. He does a lot of neat lessons like that. My favorite, though, is like as he goes through his history during the laissez-faire era, he does not care about your work. He like takes on the dominant personality of each era as he teaches it and does a great job. And I'll let the cat out of the bag right now. Myself and Brandon and Bobby Upchurch of Farmington High School are working on a side podcast that we're going to record over the summer that's all teacher related. So looking forward to that. Brandon lives literally a stone's throw away from the barn.
And I still would like to know who's the better basketball player, Brandon or his wife, Courtney?
It's Brandon.
I don't know.
Now, C-Mac's gonna if she checks this episode out, she's gonna let me know because we
Courtney,
have
my money's on
lunch.
you.
We have lunch duty together one day and every week. So I see her, and yeah, she'll probably let me have it. But happy birthday, Brandon! Hope it's a great day for you.
Both played at North County,
Yeah.
both played at Mac, and I think they dated since high school.
Oh yeah,
So
absolutely. Maybe elementary school,
happy
probably.
birthday.
And then talking about North County sports, same era, a guy who I think is probably the best like all-around athlete to come out of North County. And I know there'll be some North County fans that say, well, what about my buddy blah, blah, blah. But Kevin Black, for my money, pound for pound, I think he's the best athlete that North County's ever produced.
Ooh.
I know. I'm going to stand on that hill.
Who's the
Football,
dude that
basketball,
went to-
baseball.
Who's
Will
the
Compton.
dude that, no, not Will. He's a good
Will
one.
Compton, NFL, I know.
Who's the guy that went to Miami and did like the decathlon?
Oh, gosh, dang it! Why am I blanking
And
on
then
his?
there's
Yeah, I know
Dan Smith, who
Dan
went and
Smith,
played
who also went,
baseball.
and Aaron. Gosh, what's Aaron's last name? Dang it,
Aaron Mosier.
Aaron Mosier. Yes,
Yeah,
yeah, pretty good. I don't know. I just KB for my money.
Okay, I'm not going to
Yeah,
argue
football,
with you.
football, basketball, baseball.
What about Willie
Three-sport.
McDavid?
Will the thrill. Willie the leg. He hated that. He was really good too. Football, basketball, baseball. Because you got to be a three-sporter in my opinion. I mean, Mosier was football and track, but I don't
He
know
was
what
almost
he did.
an Olympic athlete.
Oh, I know. But that's my criteria. So again, we got to little debate here. Just think next time I go around my North County buddies and say that, everybody's going, rah, rah, rah. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I should have did that at Chris Ferguson's 50th birthday party. That would have been a lot of fun. Anyways, that's your birthdays for Monday. What about Tuesday, May the 6th?
Hey, I just have one, and it's my buddy Dave Shaver. He and his wife, Lisa, had a food catering truck, Cater Me LLC. They had really good pork and a bunch of other great foods. He's moved back to Los Angeles, where he's from, so he has a lot more to talk about in terms of baseball than we do as Cardinals fans this year. But, Dave, you're a heck of a good guy. I hope you're enjoying California. Happy birthday to you, buddy.
I want to wish a happy birthday to my youngest son, James. James will be 12 on Tuesday. Happy birthday, young man. James is the awesomest of kids, and love you so much, buddy. And just think, here in a couple of years, you get to do all this fun stuff you're watching Big Brother do right now when you graduate 8th grade. And I mean, I'm really proud of James because the grades were kind of taking a hit earlier this spring, and golly, he has really turned it around, and I think he's on the cusp of straight A's now.
Awesome.
I mean, he's really put in the work and done that. So very proud of you, son. Happy birthday. Hope it's an awesome day for you. Another Farmington teacher celebrating a birthday this week in the English department, Jade Coleman. Happy birthday to you, Jade. And a guy I went to high school with, Donovan Womack. Donovan was always a lot of fun. I want to say he's in one of the Dakotas now. Happy birthday, sir. Hope you have a great day. What about Wednesday, May 7th?
Wednesday, just one again, and that's Ryan Hawkins. He's a good,
yes.
He was a pretty good athlete.
He was, yeah, and he would love to get in that North County all-time athlete debate, too. He'd probably shut me down on a few.
Yeah, Ryan, he's come in with his son and do interviews with us on the radio.
There's another one that's going to be coming up. His son is really good, his oldest son, I think.
Yeah. Hey, Ryan, happy birthday to you, buddy. Hope you're doing great.
Yeah, absolutely. How about Kyle Balke, son of Kurt Balke? Kyle is a fantastic drummer, lives in the Columbia area. Happy birthday, Kyle. Hope it's a great day for you. My cousin's wife, Amy Redeker, celebrating a birthday. Happy birthday, Amy. She's the pride of Poplar Bluff.
Nice.
Yeah. Happy birthday to Kevin's brother, Drew Black, who probably thinks that he's the best athlete in North County history. Happy birthday, Drew. Hope you have a great day. Chad Skaggs celebrating a birthday. And then yet another Farmington teacher with a birthday this week, Michelle Strobel, with a birthday. Happy birthday, Mrs. Strobel. Her birthday's Wednesday, May 7th. What about Thursday, May 8th?
Thursday got several. We've got our good buddy Dylan Vogel saying, Almost Your Neighbor.
Yes.
Happy birthday to you, the pride and joy of St. Paul Lutheran Church. Works all the technical equipment so we can have services. Happy birthday to you, Dylan. Hope you're doing great from your mom and dad and sister and all your family. Our good buddy Dustin Hain.
Dustin.
I believe he's still the golf pro.
Yes.
Out at Crown Valley. Sometimes I still want to call it Eagle Lake. But anyway,
right.
Dustin, happy
He doesn't mind. Him and I are coaching the Farmington Comets this year together.
Nice.
Looking forward to that. And Dustin and Tim Ryan always were a top football combo on KREI back in the day.
Dustin used to work at the old radio station. A happy birthday to Liz Wolfert, who used to work in the sales department for a short period of time back in the day. Now she and her family are the owners of Little Caesars Pizza.
Pizza.
In Farmington and Deloge.
Yes.
And Melanie Davis, happy birthday to you, young lady. She is one of the owners of Sticks and Steins in Farmington and just one of the nicest gals you will ever want to meet. If I call her and say, hey, we're doing the St. Paul School auction, would you mind donating some gift cards? She always says yes. So, Melanie, thank you for that. You are wonderful. And they have some wonderful wings. They've got big old fat burgers.
Yeah.
They've got great food at Sticks and Stones.
I know. And people get you say, well, where's a good place to eat? And well,
if you like wings,
if you like wings, you should go to Sticks and Stein.
Yeah,
like,
play a little pool.
And then you go in there and you eat them. You're like, oh, yeah, absolutely. Spot on. So there you go. Those are your birthdays for Thursday. What about Friday, May 9th?
Friday, a good Fredericktown guy, real good basketball player back in the day. I've known him since high school. Don't see him anymore, but I've known him since high school. Justin Hall, happy birthday to you from all of your family. And Laura Kerr Ackelson. Laura when she was in Farmington, was the first full-time director of the Farmington Regional Chamber of Commerce.
Huh.
And she was very, very tall. She was probably about 6'3".
Really?
So if you like your chamber directors that you can look up to, Laura was your girl. And she did a great job as the chamber director, helped modernize the chamber and set the stage for what is to come.
Wow, very good. That's really, really cool. Friday, happy birthday to my niece, Josie Whaley. I don't know why I decided to do that for you, Josie, but there you go. Josie works at Buffalo Wild Wings in Farmington.
Nice.
And really enjoys her job there. She was a Walmarter for a while and made the switch to B-Dubs and is very excited about it. Happy birthday, Josie, from your boyfriend and, of course, your Uncle Jason and Aunt Kayla. Happy birthday to you. And Ryan Cooper, former political candidate in the area. I have a feeling he probably will run again. Ran against Dale Wright for state representative. I'd never met him before, had a chance to meet him on the campaign trail. Seemed like a real nice guy.
Good guy.
Happy birthday, Ryan. Hope it's a great day for you. Those are the birthdays for Friday, May 9th. What about Saturday, May 10th?
Saturday, Cambria Darst celebrates a birthday. She is married to my nephew, Dominic Darst, and they just had their first baby. Miss Emerson, who is a beauty. So, Cambria, happy birthday wishes to you. We think you are wonderful. We are so glad to have you as part of the family. And I know if it was up to her, she'd have 4 or 5 kids already. Because every time I go to my niece's church in St. Charles, in the St. Charles area, she's always holding babies, and now she holds her own baby, which is very nice. So happy birthday to you, Cambria. Hope you're doing well. Peyton Crump celebrates a birthday today. She's getting ready to graduate from nursing school at Mineral Area College. Got to know her when she worked at the Farmington Civic Center, and we have a good, totally awesome radio story I could tell about her.
Oh, okay.
Maybe we'll save that for next week. But she is really one of the sweetest gals you will ever meet. So, Peyton, happy birthday wishes to you. Rachel Layton, happy birthday to you from your husband, Jeff, from your mom, Karen, from all of your family. I hope you are doing fantastic. And Dan Freund, happy birthday to you, a retired pharmacist in the area. I'll see him every now and then at Farmington High School running the track while I'm walking the track. Yeah, who's in better shape there? Dan, happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Mr. Pruitt. Nathan Pruitt celebrating a birthday on Saturday, teacher at North County. And Josh Clifford celebrating a birthday on Saturday as well. Happy birthday, Josh. What about Sunday, May 11th?
Hey, our good friend Amy Welker celebrating a birthday today. Amy, I hope you are doing fantastic. Doesn't she have a business?
Yeah, the Open Door Coffee House.
Yeah,
in
I
Deloge.
love their coffee. And they have great hot chocolates.
Yeah.
And they have this blueberry, I don't know if it's a cake or if it's a muffin, but it's really, really good. And I know when they have them in stock, I always stop by and buy them, but they're usually gone by the time I get there. But she's wonderful. They've turned that store into a ministry, her and her husband.
Her and
and
Jason.
it's really nice. It's right there up by the railroad tracks
on Lincoln
and the
Street.
Deloge Chamber of Commerce. Free plug for them because they also hooked us up with free coffee when we did our candidates thing.
Oh, yeah.
Which we really appreciate. So, Amy, happy birthday to you. And Brandon Scherfus,
Yeah.
happy birthday to you. He, at one time, was a really good basketball player. I think he may have been a walk-on at Mineral Area College for a year, and then he became a bartender
Right.
at Spokes Pub and Grill, and then he's still playing the guitar.
Still
in
playing
the
music
area,
around.
and
Former
just-
police officer, too.
policeman. As a
Yeah.
matter of fact, just an all-around good dude.
Yeah, I
And
like
I think
Brandon.
he does real estate too. I'm not
I
sure
want to say inspections. Like he's,
because I've seen him at some real estate
Yeah.
things that I've been involved in. So, Brandon, happy birthday! Play us a song. On the
Yeah, play
guitar.
us a song there, roundabout plug for your business, too.
Yeah.
Open Door Coffee House, I learned this past weekend talking to my friend Susan Dix, who's like kind of a historian of Deloge. That was built to be an opera house,
Huh?
like a little
It's a
mini
big old
opera
building.
house. Not like, a big one. But and then it never turned into that. I think it was like a grocery store, a hardware store, and it's got a big old long history. One day, Susan Dix and I are going to make a podcast where we just drive around Deloge and film buildings and talk about their history. And I think that would be a big hit for every community around here. I'm just spilling out all my good ideas. Anyway, there you go. Those are your birthdays for the week of May 5th. Sports time on the Parkland podcast. We begin with our MAC report this week as the ladies softball team are the Region 16 champs. They picked up a pair of wins on Friday against East Central and a 10-8 victory against St. Louis Community College. And then they win the Region 16 championship game on Saturday, 3-2 against St. Louis Community College. MAC now 29-17-2. They'll await their seed in the Central District Tournament. They have games slated to be played Saturday and Sunday. MAC baseball team, also an historic season for the Birds. They win their Region 16 playoff as the teams would have a best-of-3 series, and MAC would sweep theirs against West Plains, winning the first game 14-1 and the second one 17-6. They are on pace to win more games than ever in school history. They're 38-6 right now, undefeated in conference play. They'll be the top seed in the Region 16 tournament with games slated for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Now to the high school ranks, and the weather played a role again in what was to be played and what didn't get played this week, but we'll walk you through beginning with Monday. West County, a win on the baseball field over St. John 8-2, and Festus outlasting North County 11-8. Fredericktown blanks Perryville 5-0, and DeSoto a win over Potosi. Girls soccer for Monday, Farmington blanking Kelly, and Fredericktown blanking Cape Central's junior varsity. A couple of softball matches for Monday. Potosi 10-0 over Scott City, and Chester, Illinois beats St. Jen. And boys tennis, Farmington blanks St. Pius. Boys golf, Potosi would finish 7th in the Melville tournament, Farmington 12th. Track, the Old Settlement Invitational in St. Genevieve. The boys take that. That's North County's boys. Valley Catholic comes in second, and Fredericktown is 7th. On the girls' side, in Old Settlement, Valley Catholic comes in second, St. Jen 4th, and North County 5th. Tuesday, baseball. Farmington in 8 innings, a win over North County. West County outslugs Kingston. Wednesday, baseball. Valley Catholic 2 runs better than Farmington, and West County a win over Central. Fredericktown doubles up Herculaneum. One girls' soccer match sees Seckman blank Farmington. Thursday, track and field day, the MAAA conference meet taking place, and Farmington wins it on both sides. They win the boys, followed by North County, Potosi, Valley Catholic, and Fredericktown. Farmington wins the girls, followed by St. Genevieve, Potosi, Fredericktown, and North County. Girls soccer, North County blanks Fredericktown 7-0. In baseball, Valley Catholic beats St. Genevieve, and North County blanks Arcadia Valley. One softball game from the day sees Oak Ridge blank West County, and in boys golf, Central wins a tri-match with Hillsboro and Lesterville. Then on Friday, St. Genevieve would beat Fredericktown 2-1 in baseball, and that would give St. Genevieve the regular season conference title. St. Pius, a win over St. Jen. Bismarck beats Stillville, and Potosi falls to Central. Farmington doubles up Festus. North County beats St. Clair. Girls soccer, Hillsboro with a win over Farmington. Festus beats North County. And in softball, Oak Ridge beats Valley Catholic. And a couple of scores from Saturday. Softball, St. Jen defeats Scott City. And in baseball, Valley Catholic gets past Van Buren. That is a check of your sports for the Parkland podcast. Heimberger Construction, heimbergerconstruction.com, the website. Boy, they are such great people that know their stuff, and they're ready to work with whatever kind of construction you need.
Jenny is so busy, Jennifer Heimberger, the owner of Heimberger Construction, because they're doing jobs all around the area, and that is just a testimony to the quality work they provide. If you are adding on to your business and you want to work with the right people, call Heimberger Construction. They have years of experience, and they don't just do work here locally. They are all throughout the Midwest because they have a great reputation. They are solid. They were here yesterday, they're here today, and they'll be here tomorrow.
And they use those Butler buildings because they're the best metal building system on the market and the only buildings that have that pre-punched roof system and standard 360-degree roof seam for their standing seam roof. And Butler Buildings, too, Mark, I did some research. They are a Missouri-based company as well. So you're using not only a quality company like Butler Buildings with Heimberger Construction, you're also keeping your money right here in the state of Missouri, too. So that's very good. Check them out. They've been around since 1978. HeimbergerConstruction.com.
Parkland Pharmacy is out to prove that local independent pharmacy is alive and well. We work hard at giving you an excellent experience every time you come to see us. We love what we do, and we would love to take care of you. There's no need to be frustrated with your health care. If you're tired of what your pharmacy is not doing for you, then stop waiting in line and come see us today. We have 6 locations across Southeast Missouri, so Google us to find the store nearest you or visit parklandrx.com. Parkland Pharmacy is a local pharmacy at its finest.
Let's talk some barbecue put on by the Lions Club
barbecue.
here on the Parkland podcast. We have joining us here at the barn for the first time, Paul Meinsen. Paul is a faithful Lions Club member and Edward Jones representative in the area. Paul, thanks so much for joining us, and thank you for not wearing your Kansas City Royals hat.
Well, it's a sacrifice, but I'm willing to make it for the Parkland.
Now, you could have brought your grandson out with you because he's a cutie.
Yeah, he would have stolen the show, though.
Yes, he would have. Yes, he would have. So, anyway, the Lions Club barbecue, it's coming up this Saturday. This is a huge event and a big fundraiser for the Lions Club, isn't it?
Yeah, and we've been doing it. I've been in the Lions Club for about 9 years now, and we've been doing it ever since. Every May and October, we do one in the fall in October, and so we've always done it, but the Saturday before Mother's Day. So you can take your mom out for dinner or lunch on Sunday, but grab a pork steak, grab a brat, some hot dogs, a hamburger there at our Lions Club barbecue.
Yeah. Who's doing the barbecuing, actual barbecuing?
Joe Woodard is from First State Financial Management. He's manning the grill and has been doing that for the last 3 or 4 barbecues that we've had.
He does a great job with that.
Yeah.
Man.
And the old family center, our family video parking lot, right?
Yes.
Where, and that's what I always think of. That's a great location there, right at Carson, Washington.
As long as they don't take down their sign, then we'll all know where it is.
Yeah, no doubt.
How big of a deal is this towards your fundraising efforts for the Lions Club?
Well, it's pretty significant. Our excuse me, our main barbecue in October goes to the Help the Hungry, the bake sale. We usually present a check at that event, but this one here goes for our general expenses, not just expenses, but our donations, our gifts. We've been pretty active with a lot of the tornadoes and storms around in the area that we've been giving some money. I remember a couple years ago when the tornado hit down around Marble Hill. I don't remember the little town that it was around, but we sent some money down there to help those relief efforts. When it hit Fredericktown, we sent some money to the Lions Club in Fredericktown. So as well as our support for people with eye issues, ear issues. But the Lions Club, that's really what we're known for, but we also expand out into many other areas of just being able to help. We do have a scholarship that we give to MAC, kids going to MAC, and that's expanding a little bit with the new mechanical and the hands-on training that they do out there. We've been given a scholarship out for that as well. So a little bit of everything the Lions are involved in.
How's the process of doing those scholarships? Is that just something I guess the schools find out about and the kids apply for, and then the club kind of looks over the kids and kind of talks to them and meets with them?
Yeah, and so it goes through the school, mainly Farmington, because we are the Farmington Lions Club. The Park Hills has their own club, so it's mainly a Farmington student. And we have an application process that they fill out, and then we look over and kind of weed through and see who, at least in our opinion, maybe the most deserving. Take a look at their grade point average. Also take a look a little bit at their ability to be able to, fund their schooling. So because we want to help out those who are deserving, but maybe need a little bit of an extra boost.
I can't talk about the Lions Club barbecue without mentioning Lisa Sumter. She has been involved in this for as long as I can remember.
Oh yeah, and she'll be there again.
Yeah, she mans kind of the kitchen area, doesn't she?
Yeah. Well, we in the bar with the barbecue. Besides the things I mentioned, the pork steaks, which are humongous, as Mark knows.
I know.
And we also have burgers. We have some brats. We have hot dogs if you have children or you just don't want that big old pork steak. But we also serve up baked beans. And then Deanna Roberts over at Cozine, she has a special coleslaw sauce that we mix up, and she makes that especially for our barbecue. So we'll have some coleslaw as a side there as well.
What time do you start serving up the food?
Well, we start serving up the food around 10:30, 11 o'clock or so. We'll be out there around 8, getting the grills fired up, getting everything set up, and then we start cooking. And so if somebody comes in at 10 and we got a pork steak ready to go and the sides are ready, we'll go ahead and serve it. And then we usually go to about 1 or so.
How can somebody get involved with the Lions Club? When do you meet?
So we meet at Pasta House every first and Thursday of the month.
Okay.
So someone could just pop in. We meet in that very back room of the Pasta House, and so someone could just pop in and get to know us, and it's like, yeah, we want to be a part of this outfit, or just contact someone you may know that's with the Lions, and say, hey, tell me a little bit more. What do you guys do? I'm looking to get involved more in the community. This is a good way of doing it.
Hey, if somebody needs to eat Pasta House salad and pasta and chicken parmesan and help out a good cause, it might as well be the Lions.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, and chances are you're probably going to know someone who's a member. That's what's really neat about these organizations. And again, if you have a heart for the community and you want to help out, Farmington Lions Club has been around for a long time, and they've done many, many great things. You mentioned the scholarship. Are there any other kind of events coming up that the Lions Club is involved in, or any kind of causes that you guys are looking into?
Well, probably not something that's on the calendar. We do have opportunities that pop up, and so we will take care of those and be involved in that. We'll do we have a group that does the bell ringing. Helps out with the bell ringing at around Christmas and Thanksgiving time
with the United Way.
Yeah, and we also we do have a golf tournament that helps raise funds for, and that'll be the third Thursday in September, which I believe is the 18th. But don't write that on your calendar yet. But I think it's the 18th. But it's somewhere around there. And so we have we do those things. But then if something pops up. We have things that we regularly give and support, including some Lions Club international funds, as we help the Lions Club, and it is an international organization. And so, but I can't think of anything right on the calendar we're getting ready to go jump into yet.
Well, before we let you go, you talked at the beginning about helping out the Help the Hungry Bake Sale. And you just kind of glossed over it like, oh yeah, well, here's $100. No, you guys are a major part of that. You give them a pretty big check every year.
Yeah, in years past, it's been anywhere from $1,200 to $1,500.
Yeah,
yeah, that's a big help to that.
That's great. Farmington's Lions Club, they have their annual barbecue returning. It'll be Saturday, May the 10th. Just $10.
Can you tell?
Huh?
He forgot his glasses.
Yeah, that's why I'm holding them way out here. Absolutely, yeah. Right here is, I have no idea what these hieroglyphics are. But I do know when I hold it way down here on Sunday, May the 10th, the barbecue will be happening from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. That's at the Family Video Corner of Karsh and Washington. Help out the Lions Club, not only what they accomplish nationally, but locally as well.
Big honking pork steaks.
Big pork steaks. We got beans. We got coleslaw. Probably sticking a piece of bread in there, I bet.
Yeah.
And then like a little dessert too.
I don't know. We don't typically do dessert.
No dessert.
Well, how can you eat a dessert after that pork steak?
That's true.
No room. I can vouch for that.
Well, check it out. A great fundraiser. Paul, thanks so much for coming in today.
Well, it's good to be here with you guys. I was Mark always had us on the radio, But now the format's changed a little bit. Now you get to look at me, which I don't know if that's good or bad. Or
I can
ugly.
no longer claim to be the Brad Pitt of
Yeah.
radio
Yes.
podcasting. Yeah.
So thanks for inviting me, guys.
Hey,
Thanks,
no
Paul.
problem. Thank you. Paul Meinsen with the Farmington Lions Club, our guest right now on the Parkland Podcast. Save-A-Lots of the Lead Belts ready to serve you. Every time we record the podcast, Mark, I get a text from Save-A-Lot. I get one from Farmington and one from Park Hills because I routinely go to both of them. And you get the mystery coupon. These are a lot of fun to play around with.
Oh, yeah. You never know what it's going to be, too. But it's always a way to save money. And that's what you get at your hometown grocery store. Save-A-Lot. I like to go to the Farmington location. It's quick. It's convenient. And I go in looking for one or two things, but I always leave with more because they've got such a great selection.
But that's okay because the card this week is $10 off a $50
Wow.
purchase. That
Hey,
is
if
a
you're a
very good
family-
deal. Oh, yeah.
If you've got 3 or 4 little ones, as Jason knows firsthand, $50 can come and go pretty quickly.
Now, Save-A-Lot, great place to shop. Oh, I got a new item I need to talk about that was so good. Okie dokie hot cheese popcorn.
Nice.
I ate a whole bag of it literally in a day. Like I got it went shopping one night, ate it after dinner as a snack, took it with me to school the next day. That was my breakfast and my lunch.
I'm getting hungry just hearing about
so
it.
good. So check that out. So many great things to eat. Your local Save-A-Lot store. Save-A-Lot of the Lead Belts.
It's the memories made during a weekend with the girls, a family adventure, or a Sunday stroll in historic downtown. At First State Community Bank, we have a strong passion for small business owners and the students and families who live, work, and play here. Our passion for them runs deep because this is our community too. First State Community Bank. Success starts here.
Let's get a preview of Country Days 2025 at the Farmington Regional Chamber of Commerce. We have Candy Hente, we have Emily Hulsey joining us here at the barn. Thank you, ladies, for coming in. Country Days is just around the corner, isn't it?
It is. It's going to be here before we know it.
And we're going to step back in time, aren't we?
We are on June 6th, 7th, and 8th.
Awesome. How will things go? Well, first of all, a little history on Country Days. This is going back now.
47 years.
47.
Wow. You girls weren't even born then. I know you weren't born, were you?
Hey,
No.
I'm glad you're within arm's length there. Mark. That's a little dangerous.
we're going to do something huge for 50. I mean, just
Oh,
3 more
man.
years, we'll have the 50th anniversary
Oh,
of
yeah.
Country Days.
That is so cool. So I guess last week you guys kind of made some big announcements. You started nailing down like musicians and things and really started to push things out on Facebook, get everybody excited about Country Days. What is the latest? What's the big draws this year for Farmington Country Days?
So if you follow our Facebook page, Farmington Country Days, I made hourly posts with all of the big announcements. But some of the top things that we have this year is the Little Miss and Mr. contest is returning.
Yay.
And that is sponsored by the Rotary Club this year. We have a puppy petting zoo from the Farmington Pet Adoption Center.
Wow.
Yes. And then our big headliner for this year is Caleb Austin, and he is from Utah. And on their Facebook, they just announced that they just reached 1 million followers.
Cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And apparently, he is the #1 TikTok artist, country artist of the year.
Wow.
So, we still get people saying, well, I've never heard of these people. Well, I'm just
Right.
here to say, just because you haven't heard of them does not mean they're not good and that they can't put on one heck of a show. So don't discount them just because you may not have heard of them, or go find them and check them out and listen to them, and you'll know.
He's toured with a lot of well-known acts.
Yes, he has toured with Jody Messina and, let me see, Brantley Gilbert.
Okay, so Jody Messina, a little more of a veteran of country music, and Brantley Gilbert, he's definitely
Absolutely.
newer. And, you mentioned, I haven't heard of them yet. That has been kind of a theme with Country Days over the years as well, too. Country Days has had artists who haven't broke through yet, and then all of a sudden they get that Farmington Country Days bump, and they're like superstars.
Yeah, we've had in the past Brant Eldridge and Sam Hunt and Old Dominion, names like that. So.
Yeah.
Who were nothing when they came here.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden they got that on their resume. They were at Farmington Country Days, and people started respecting them.
Farmington Country Days will boost you over the top.
Yeah, absolutely it will.
That's it.
Absolutely.
Gotta be.
Now, you mentioned the Facebook page, and this kept popping up on my Facebook feed constantly, was the poll that you did for the, I guess, Grand Marshal of the parade?
So our parade Grand Marshal is sponsored by Freedom Realty, and we have 4 contestants for it. We have the Farmington Pet Adoption Center, Dress to Impress, or Hope for Autism, the Grissom Center, and the United Way.
Yes.
And so right now, the Farmington Pet Adoption Center is in a slight lead. So find out on our Facebook page if you want to vote. Voting closes next week.
How many times can you vote?
Just once.
Okay, well, that explains why I couldn't vote more than once.
Mark was very torn. There's 2 he particularly likes there, so you got to choose.
I understand there's like a new official theme song for Country Days this year.
Oh my goodness. Yes. Here, I'll
So we just got back from a conference, and I learned about this AI software that will write songs for you with a 200-character prompt.
Ooh.
Yes, and it wrote this really catchy song that I can't get out of my head. It's like, Country Days, let the good times roll. Fair.
I've actually heard it.
It's good.
It's really good.
tell him who it sounded like.
I'm trying to remember who I
said
said.
Trace
Atkins. Yes,
I
yes.
can
It's
see
kinda
that.
sound a little bit got that deep voice like Trace Atkins does. So.
Yes, sometimes through the choir I hear a little bit of Brad Paisley, so I'm like, wonder which voices it stole this from.
A little bit of everything.
Little
That's what
bit of
AI
everything.
does.
So you got to go on the page and check it out.
Yeah, that is so cool.
Yeah, is it pinned to the top? There's a video, and the Country Days theme song is.
It's near the top of
the
the
video.
page. I shared it on Thursday.
Okay.
You know what else I'm really excited about is this year's Mr. and Mrs. Country Days. I think this is a great choice.
Yes, we're so excited. Pastor Rocky Good and his beautiful wife Cheryl will be Mr. and Miss Country Days. Rocky has served on our board at least 6 years at the Farmington Regional Chamber, and he is just always there to lend a helping hand, and still is, even though he's not officially on the board. He has worked Country Days numerous years, and let me tell you, he is sometimes there until the wee hours of the night, until the key is turned in the door, and is always making sure that we're safe and taken care of, and we just appreciate him so much. And they are very excited. We'll be launching their official pictures here really soon, and they're going to be great ambassadors.
To say there's something for everyone would be an understatement when it comes to Country Days.
Yes. And I'm so glad you brought up the puppy petting.
Yeah.
I think that's cool.
thing.
Whose idea?
That is for everybody, man.
Well done.
And we're looking at a couple of new activities we may add next year. So you just never know what's going to happen at Country Days. But yeah, there's the quilt show at the Farmington Presbyterian Church, the Sam Sism Car Show, the Fireman's Competition, which we added. This will be the 3rd year. And if you have not seen that, it is so cool.
That's pretty cool.
They have 2 departments. There's a barrel that's hung over, and they use the hoses to try to push that barrel to one side or the other and see who wins. And they are very competitive about this.
They are indeed.
Wow.
There is the KREI Mayor's Prayer Breakfast, or it's not Country Days Prayer Breakfast, McDonald's Photo Contest. We've gotten some beautiful photos, and we love seeing all those smiling faces and happy kids.
I need to
there.
submit one of my favorite Country Days photos of me interviewing Ronald McDonald with a cane. Yeah.
Well, send us that. It can't be in the contest because it has to be from this year.
From
but
this
I would
year.
still love to send us that.
It's a great classic
Last year's
throwback.
photo contest winner was actually from the fire hose competition.
Really? Oh,
yes,
sweet.
they had this it was actually a kid that took it.
A forced perspective type of photo. Is really neat.
With the reflection in the water on the ground, and it was a great photo.
Wow, what a good eye.
And then we have the Young at Heart in Long Park, sponsored by Great Minds Health Center, which we have a lot of free kids activities there. The YFC skate jam, some of them like the high jumps and tricks and
those
stuff
guys are
they're doing.
talented.
The Little Caesars Moonlight Bike Ride is still going on. Tours of historic Longhouse in Long Park. It's only open once or twice a year.
Yeah.
This is your chance to see that. And the Lead Belt Off-Road Show and Shine will be filling up the block in front of the post office on Columbia Street.
And we can't forget what kicks off all of the fun on Friday night.
Absolutely.
June 6th at 6 o'clock will be the Nicholson Heating and Air Country Days Parade.
Is it going to be the same route as in the last couple of years?
Yes, it will.
Starting by St. Joe and St. Paul Church?
Yeah, I've been going all the way down towards Farmington High School.
Awesome.
So just a straight shot. It's not the
straight
loop
up
anymore.
Liberty Street.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, you say that'll officially kick things off, but unofficially, if you like hot dogs,
Yes.
you definitely need to show up about midday on Friday, right?
Yes, you don't want to miss out on the First State Community Bank hot dog stand. And if you like ice cream, our friends over at U.S. Bank will have ice cream that they are handing out.
Nice.
And one other thing that's coming back this year that we haven't had for a couple of years is the Diaper Derby.
Yes.
Diaper Derby.
And that will be Saturday.
Saturday morning. I think
Yes.
it's at 9 a.m. and that will be at First State Community Bank out in front of their main branch.
Now, I will tell you that I generally gain 5 pounds in the week leading up to Country Days just thinking about the fair food, the funnel cakes, the shish kebabs. There's a ton of food.
And everybody's favorite Filipino ladies will be back
They're
again
back
this
again.
year.
Yes. Absolutely. I know the Hornet's Nest is going to be rocking
Yeah.
there at St. Joe's with all the kebabs and the things that they do, and just a wide array of food trucks and vendors, some of which have been in Country Days for almost probably 50 years, and probably some new ones as well. And you guys always have a great variety to choose from.
There will be some new food trucks to check out in the Capayas Heating and Cooling Country Day Saloon area as well.
Yes, a wine garden vineyard or winery will be there, along with Fire Lake Winery, Twin Oaks,
Bailey Joe's. And the Lemonade House Grill will be down with some spiked lemonades.
All right.
Spiked lemonade. Ooh, nice. Very good.
I really, myself, like the idea of having some of the music by the courthouse square and some down at the gazebo and all the stuff in the middle, because folks can just kind of back and forth, back and forth, and really take in the whole experience.
Yeah, and one of the great things about that is we can have different styles of music. So it's not just country music. Yes, we do have country music, but so we try to alternate. So like Friday night, the downtown stage will have more of your rock and pop type music. Was it Southern Gypsy?
Yes.
On Friday night. And then in Long Park on Friday night is country music. And who's that?
The Broseph Tucker Band.
Broseph. Very good.
And then on Saturday, we'll have a country artist. We'll have Caleb Austin and...
Our Saturday lineup for the downtown stage, we will have Noah Misi, Hunter Hathcote, and Caleb Austin. And then on the gazebo stage, it'll open up with the Mineral Area Fine Arts Academy Dixieland Jazz Band, Tom Norton, Amaryllis, Route 67, and Vinyl Revolution.
That's a good variety for sure.
Yeah, lots of great music. We're, and we have the tables in Long Park, so there's no more hay bales with prickly, with your shorts on. That's not very comfortable.
Scratch for like the next
So
3
there's picnic tables. You get food at the concession stands down there and sit at the table, enjoy some good music.
What about on Sunday? What can we expect music-wise on the stages on Sunday?
On Sunday in the Gazebo Park, we will definitely be having New Heights Church with their worship team, and there's a possibility of having First Baptist of Farmington come before New Heights. So we might have 4 hours of music on Sunday as well.
Oh, great.
So Candy, for folks that might tell you, there's always cynics out there. Oh, nobody goes to Country Days anymore. You have gotten a survey or a study done that says, oh, I beg to differ. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so the city actually has software called Placer AI, and it can geofence the area and tell you how many people are in that area over those days. And Country Days draws over 22,000 people last year.
That's
And,
amazing.
going back to what you said, Mark, about it's spread out, people think there's less people there, but it's because we have more breathing room.
Yeah, it was
We're
getting
not
pretty
all on top
compact.
of each
Yeah.
other because of spreading it out. There's plenty of room to spread out and enjoy yourself, and you're not all crammed together in one little area. We do have all the craft vendors, and those applications are still available along with the parade applications. And to be in the parade's only like $35. Super inexpensive. Great way to advertise your business. The bigger the float and all that is, the more memorable you're going to be. So just remember that, when you're prepping for that. But the parade is Friday night. We're looking for more applicants for that, and
It'll fill up.
it's
It always
all
does.
I know. Those procrastinators, come on now. But you can find all of those applications on farmingtoncountrydays.com. So we do have that official website, farmingtoncountrydays.com. There's kind of 3 ways you can find details on everything. There is our Country Days Facebook page. Go and follow that, like it. And throughout Country Days, we'll be posting updates on there as well. And we will have the finalists for the photo contest will be voted on through that page on Facebook.
Cool.
And then the Eat, Shop, Play in the Parkland app, free in all cell phone app stores. There's a whole button dedicated just to Country Days in the Play section. And in there, one key thing, and there's still some information like the final schedule. We haven't posted that just yet. But when you hit that star button on the schedule, it will send you a reminder about 15 minutes before it starts. So if there's things on there that you're like, oh yeah, I want to go to that, want to do that, hit that star button and you'll get a reminder.
Looking at the Country Days app right now on my phone, Eat, Shop, Play in the Parkland, easy to access. 2 things stand out about Country Days for me, other than what you all have already mentioned. One, it serves as a homecoming for a lot of folks, too.
Yes. And did we mention it's free?
Yeah.
It is.
We get people messaging us like, how much does the concert cost?
Yeah.
No kidding. Like, how much are the tickets? This is a free opportunity. And yes, the rides do cost. Which, by the way, on Sunday, we get a bajillion calls asking.
How much are wristbands?
Wristbands are $20, all you
Yes.
can ride. And you can only get those on Sunday at the ticket booth in the carnival area. I believe the ticket booths start selling those earlier. They sell them before noon,
Okay.
but the rides start up at noon. So $20 Sunday, all you can ride. You can only get it at the ticket stand.
All right, so we talked about it being a homecoming thing. You all do a great job of thanking your sponsors, the different businesses that step up. But the volunteers, how many volunteers are there to help out with Country Days?
We need more volunteers.
You have a lot, but you need more.
It takes an army of volunteers to get this thing done.
Yes, it does.
How does somebody become a volunteer?
Well, they can reach out to me. The office phone number is 573-756-3615, or you can send me an email, events@farmingtonregionalchamber.com, and I would be happy to plug you in.
And that's Emily Hulsey.
Yes.
And probably you would, it's kind of late in the game, but if somebody says, you know what, I meant to be a Country Day sponsor this year, they can still do that too, right?
Absolutely. I will still take some sponsors.
Yeah.
We do have a few left. I mean, it sold out pretty fast. A lot of the sponsorships sold out, but we do have some opportunities left, yes. I wanted to mention, too, though, before we close, that advance ride tickets are on sale now as of yesterday. And so those are at all of the local banks have those, and Plumber's Ace Hardware. And you save money when you buy in advance. So you get 7 tickets for $5. And if you wait until the actual Country Days, they're $1 a ticket.
Okay.
So if you have kids and you're wanting to maximize your tickets there to ride rides, or kids, I mean, I know there's adults that like riding
Heck
rides
yeah.
too. But all the local banks have those, like I said, Plumber's Ace Hardware, and save money by getting them now. And be all set.
Yeah, we have a couple businesses who buy in bulk for their employees. So if you employers are looking for some nice gifts to give to your employees and their families, that would be a great way to save some money on gifts as well.
Big shout out to BJC Healthcare, Cap America, U.S. Tool, ServPro, First State Community Bank, Nicholson Heating and Air, Ozarks Federal, Belgrade State Bank, Sam Sism, Capias Heating and Cooling, Great Minds Health Center, Element 99 Web Services, the St. Francis County Rotary Club, Freedom Realty, and who is CL?
That is the Parkland City Life magazine.
Okay.
They are our merchandise sponsor this year. And Discover Farmington is a big sponsor this year because they helped us get our headliner.
Absolutely. The folks at Discover Farmington do fantastic stuff. So, again, you got Caleb Austin, you got Hunter Hathcote, you got Noah Meesey, just to name a few of the great artists that are coming. And, again, FarmingtonCountryDays.com is a great website. That's where I saw those sponsors, and it's a great way for folks to find out, not just what time something's happening, but there's very nice put together little details about each event, too.
Yes, Element 99 Web Services really helped us out on this. I sent him everything I needed on the website, and he created it all for me.
Nice.
Very good. So, again, Farmington Country Days, June 6th, 7th, and 8th, happening, stepping back in time as we celebrate 47 years of Country Days in Farmington. What else do people need to know about Country Days? And then we'll kind of ask, what's going on with the chamber besides Country Days, which, there's still stuff going on there too. But what's maybe some other Farmington Country Days fact we need to throw out there before we move on to that side of things?
Is there any fun facts you can think of?
Fun facts, or maybe just something new?
Mark probably knows more of
To talk about I don't know about country. I could talk a lot about Country Days.
You could.
But I want you to brag about membership in the chamber because it's at an all-time high, basically.
It is. We have 466 members currently.
Great.
And what's really awesome is we hear right now a lot of chambers are facing a decline in membership or revenue, and we're just thankful that we're not seeing that. We have a marketing workshop coming up very soon with Tadao Gibson.
Yes.
Our annual business conference this fall in October is going to feature a variety of breakout sessions and speakers for businesses to help them succeed. We received just a glowing testimonial a week or so ago from Rob's Guns. And they were just said so many things. I mean, it was a very lengthy testimonial of, how they've embraced membership and how that has helped them succeed.
How the conference, for example, was pivotal for them.
Our conference last year was called Marketing Matters.
It
and,
does.
they said they've seen an exponential increase. They've utilized the bulk mail permit, networking at luncheons.
They were able to connect with somebody there to help get around some of the Facebook guidelines for gun shops to help promote.
Oh yeah, that's.
Well.
I didn't even think about that, but yeah, and again, you're in the chamber, you're around, and chances are these other businesses have encountered maybe some of the problems you might be going through right now.
Oh yeah.
Yes, and that's what we are. We're a resource for businesses, and we have a huge variety of resources. We're seeing also increased attendance at almost every event. Our luncheons are averaging about 100 people the last 4 months. Great topics, great speakers. We had the Federal Reserve there just this last time, and
They didn't bring money with them, though.
Oh man,
no free samples. We tried. But, we had our first women's conference. We had 80 women registered for that. We hosted the candidates forum for Farmington, had about 150 people at that forum. So
Do a save the date for the golf tournament.
August 15th.
Okay. Before we go back to school.
Yes, and that will be coming up really soon. And, we're known for huge raffle prizes. Now, all of our raffle prizes are valued at $200 or more. So,
Wow.
a great opportunity. And you can even volunteer, like Mark Toady.
Right.
And you can buy raffle tickets and put them in there and even win if you're not playing golf.
Oh, very good. So not too late to sponsor Country Days. Always a good time to become a chamber member. And FarmingtonCountryDays.com the 47th edition is coming the first full weekend of June with all kinds of great things. And again, the website, farmingtoncountrydays.com. Follow the Facebook page. Get in there and vote on that poll. I love the poll, and I'm looking forward to seeing who the Grand Marshal of the parade will be. And there's just so many neat things coming up that you can take advantage of. Anything we missed? Anything chamber-wise we need to get out there before we let you two go?
Well,
this
I
morning?
wanted to mention on that poll, so the winner of the poll receives how much money?
$400.
$400.
Oh, wow.
And that is from Freedom Realty. They sponsor that Grand Marshal contest, and then they donate that $400 to the winner.
Cool.
And Country Days t-shirts are for sale also. I have that pinned to the top of the Farmington Country Days Facebook page.
Okay.
Small through extra large, one for $15, and they are a beautiful green color this year.
Do you have 2XLs or are they a little extra?
Yeah, we have youth small through youth extra large, adult small through adult 4X.
Oh, okay. Okay. Very good. I want to make sure that
And the 4X is $2 or $3 more.
I want to make sure people my size are represented at Farmington Country
We
Days.
cover everybody.
Okay, good. Literally, with those shirts. Sometimes it's a necessity. Here, I have a free Country Days t-shirt. You need to
Please
wear
a
one.
shirt.
I think so.
Yeah.
And on that note,
Yeah. Ladies, thank you so much.
Thank you, girl.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
Yes, it was fun.
All right. Farmington Country Days 2025. Find out all the information online, and we'll see you there on the Parkland Podcast. Eating fresh at your local Subway is always a good idea. The locations including Farmington, Park Hills, downtown Park Hills, Deloge, and the Walmart Supercenter. Deliciousness. Mark Toady is a regular, and I mean a regular, at the Farmington location of Subway.
I am stuck on the beast. I can't get enough of that sandwich. I go
Yeah?
in to get something else, and then I think, oh, wait a minute. I really like that sandwich. So I always get that. And Heather and Jessica and Breanna, three of the loveliest young ladies you'll ever want to meet. They do such a great job of hooking me up with the meats and the cheese that go on it and all the veggies I want on it. They give me a choice of sauce. But I'm so hooked on it, I still haven't had a chance to try their new event, the footlong nachos. These are so good. I see a picture of it, and it's like,
Yeah.
golly Moses, it takes my breath away. So Mike and Jake, I promise I'm going to try it out, but I'm stuck on the beast right now.
Jake says these are best when you toast them. He says
I
that you
believe
gotta get
that.
that extra round of heat on there, and they are fantastically delicious. Love Subway. Always like to eat fresh whenever I can. You should too. They're located in Farmington, downtown Park Hills, and the Walmart Supercenter in Deloge.
Farmington, Missouri, your destination for a perfect weekend getaway. Dine in at one of our quality restaurants or visit one of our surrounding wineries. Farmington offers a variety of parks and other recreational leisure time activities. See some sights, have some fun, and go wherever your heart takes you. Sounds like a lot of fun, so get a room and stay a while. All this and more awaits you just 60 miles south of St. Louis. Discover Farmington today.
We welcome back to the Parkland Podcast. Breanna Griffin, a registered dietitian with the St. Francis County Health Center, and third time now on the Parkland Podcast. I believe after your summer visit, you will get like a free jacket, I think.
Oh, right.
something
Okay,
like that.
size medium, guys. Size
Okay,
medium.
very good, very good. Good to know. How are you? You're always excited to be here and always happy to join us, and we appreciate that
Oh,
so
yes.
much.
You see this smile? It's
Yeah.
fake. I'm not really a morning person, but I'll fake it till I make it all the time.
You are definitely one of our favorite
Yeah.
guests that we've had during our first almost year doing the Parkland
Yeah.
podcast. You are a registered dietitian. That means you get to tell people what's good to eat, what's not so good to eat, what portions. And you're going to make us look really silly here in just a
Shoot.
little bit, right?
Yeah, I'm totally the food police this morning, so let's go.
Awesome.
Tell us about the clinical and vital records hours with the health center. I guess we have some changes coming here.
Yeah, so actually they're effective immediately. We started just a few weeks ago, so a couple of new things going on. So our clinical services, they've changed their hours just to try to be able to meet the needs of the public a little bit better. So they are now open Monday through Thursday, 7:30 to 5:30 p.m., and then on Fridays, 8 to 4. So we have some staff kind of rotating, taking different shifts throughout the week so that we can service people a little bit later throughout the week.
What do you mean by vital records?
Yeah, so vital records would be birth certificates and death certificates. And then our clinical services would encompass immunizations, blood work, different types of tests that they can run. So yeah, they wanted to extend their hours so that they could better meet the working class a little bit later on in the evening.
Absolutely. I appreciate that very much.
Yeah.
And you mentioned immunizations with it won't. We're getting ready to wrap up the school year right now. Will not be long before kids are going into that next grade, and maybe that next grade requires some kind of a immunization update. And I think this will really help out with that, won't it?
Yeah, really. It really will. All of our kiddos going into kindergarten will be able to come get their shots. And then those 8th graders going into high school, they'll be the ones that we will be seeing. But yeah, these extended hours should really help with that. In the past, we tried to have a few late clinics each month in August. But by having this throughout the entire week all the time, I think we'll really be able to meet the needs of the people better, and it won't be so cram-packed into 1 month, and we'll be able to do it all the time at a later date.
The WIC program at the health center, that's such a huge part of what you do there, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. It's where I spend the majority of my time. And I did want to make a little plug for WIC. We do have a couple of nights throughout the month that we do stay open later to the public as well. Those are by appointment only, but I did want to throw out that is an option for participants as well. Yeah. So you want to talk about what's new in WIC?
First of all, WIC, we make you talk about this every time you come in.
Yeah.
People don't realize just how many people you are helping.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, our caseload's a pretty good one. It's about 1,600 clients a month that we service, which it's great. Like, if you think about it, it really is a good program. And so the fact that we're meeting the needs of that many people is pretty impressive.
And now people can do that appointment virtually?
Yeah.
Wow.
So we were in the Stone Age. We went from paper checks. We did go over to the electronic system and have the cards, but now we've transferred over to an even better electronic system, and everything is stored in the cloud.
All right.
So yeah, there's a lot more options for moms to make things easier. They can do virtual appointments. We can issue benefits remotely from our office if they complete those. But we do still have those appointments available for height and weight checks and iron and hemoglobin so that we can, keep up with our rapport with our clients. And so that will still be happening, but those in-between appointments will be a little bit easier for moms. We're decreasing those barriers. They don't have to come quite as often, still receive benefits, still get nutrition education. But yeah, that's awesome.
I'm glad you said that because the benefits are amazing, but really a huge part of what you do is the education, isn't it?
Yeah, it really is. So it's not just a program like SNAP is that you just get this loaded card. For the WIC program, you do have to come. We build a relationship with you, meet you where you're at nutritionally, see what we can do to help you, and then in turn, then they do receive WIC food benefits. Yep.
Good deal.
I wanted to ask you about Women's Health Day coming up. I mean, we're both dudes, but the analytics.
They've got a day for us, too.
Yes,
That's right. There's
your
Men's
day
Health
is
Day,
coming.
no doubt.
Your day is coming.
But I mean,
Yeah, I've heard that before.
more ladies than guys watch and listen to the podcast, according to our analytic numbers. But Women's Health Day, you have a lot of ways to celebrate that at the health center.
Yeah, so we are celebrating moms at the health center in a healthy way. So the Friday before Mother's Day, which is this coming Friday on the 9th, all day long we are doing free lipid testing, free hemoglobin A1Cs, along with we will check your height and weight and your BMI. So those services are free, which is pretty great. And the best part about it is that the results will come instantly.
wow.
So you'll be able to see your results, see what your cholesterol is, your A1C. And then if you would like to, upon request, you can meet with one of the dietitians, because there are 3 of us there now. So if you have any questions, we will be able to answer those and kind of give you some sort of guidance.
I would imagine whether it's the guys or the girls, when it comes to doing the height and weight, you probably get several requests to, okay with the height, but you can skip the weight if you want.
Yeah. Or can I stand backwards? Yeah, you
Just
can.
use one leg on the scale.
Right.
Yeah, so we are doing that for free, which is really nice. I do wish more people would utilize this event because it's really great. And like I said, the best part is that you'll be able to see instantly what your cholesterol is, your LDL, HDL, and then your A1C.
And what time are you performing these?
Yeah, so we're, to my knowledge, so that's a Friday. So our clinical services would just be 8 to 4.
Okay.
But we are offering that all day long. However, I do tell people, for best results, we want to fast.
Yeah.
You don't have to, but for the very best results, we encourage fasting. So most people would come in the beginning of the day, morning, first
So
time.
you can eat a full meal the night before, just don't eat anything the day of
Yes.
before you get there.
You can eat a little bit, but we just say, for your very best and accurate results, we encourage the fasting.
And by the way, you may have mentioned this. Do you need to make an appointment?
Nope. So the mom's health day, it is just walk-in only. So
Great.
at your own pace.
Now, I find it interesting, Jason, that Breanna is a registered dietitian and a 5-time registered dietitian of the year.
Oh,
Right,
with
yeah.
the health department, but she also brought us in these wonderful cookies
Yeah.
and muffins from your aunt,
Yes, Aunt Jean.
Aunt Jean, Lean, Mean, Dean, Jean, Merrill Dawes,
Yes.
from formerly of Mineral Area College. Now she's got the farmer's daughter.
Yep.
And you got some cookies, and I got the bread. I'm excited
Man,
about this.
I'm excited about it. Yeah, don't tip that over.
Yeah.
Is this highly recommended as a registered dietitian?
Yes, because, I am the food police a little bit, but I'm also human. So
Yeah.
cookies all the way.
Before we get into our quiz, we do want to mention that in years past, the health department has worked with the United Way of St. Francis
Yeah.
County and done food vouchers for the for the farmers markets. We believe that's going to happen again, right?
Yes, it is. So we have applied for the United Way grant, and as soon as we hear back from that, we will work up some farmers market vouchers for the community. And again, that is just, we will be packaging up $20 worth of vouchers for folks to pick up to take to either the Park Hills or the Farmington farmers market, and then they can just pick whatever free produce that they want, $20 worth.
That's awesome
Yeah.
program.
What a great. I mean that's. I think using that money very wisely because A, you're helping people eat healthier,
Yeah.
and B, you're helping the local economy. That's a win-win.
Absolutely, yes. I really enjoy helping, obviously helping people get fruits and vegetables, but helping the farmers market, I think, sometimes we think of things that might be a dying breed, but I really want to keep that one going. I think
Yeah.
it's just so beneficial all the way around.
All right, is it game time?
It's game time, guys.
All right.
What's our topic?
Okay, so our topic follows Women's Health Day, which covers cholesterol, fats, and diabetes.
Okay.
So those are our topics of the day for the quiz.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I looked around the office for like a little dinger bell, but
Yeah.
next time.
We'll use this.
So for now, you're just gonna have to raise your hand, I
Okay,
guess.
okay.
And Anna's not here to help me.
I know, we
I
miss
know
her.
we miss her. She was great.
So we'll just have to go off honesty
Okay.
here. Okay.
Well, that's not our best policy.
We get kind of competitive.
Okay, guys, you
All
ready?
right, ready.
Okay. In the worlds of fats.
Sorry, I could jump the gun there.
Okay, what's the answer?
17.
No.
No.
Okay, Jason, 1.
Yay.
All right. In the worlds of fats, we have unsaturated fats, trans fats, and saturated fats. Sometimes we classify them as the good, the bad, and the ugly. I need you to tell me which one's good, which one's bad, and which one's the ugly.
Can you say the three again?
Yep. Unsaturated, trans fats, and saturated. Okay, Mark.
I'm going to go in that order. Unsaturated is good, saturated is bad, and the third one is ugly.
Would you like to take a guess, Jason?
I would, yes. I'm going to say that the unsaturated is the healthy one.
Okay, and then what would be bad?
Bad would be saturated, and then the trans fat would be the ugly.
Oh, man. Mark that down. Jason.
Yes!
Woo-hoo!
Gotta start paying more
Yeah.
attention.
Yes.
You know,
Can borrow that
saturated
pen so I
fats
can mark
are
that down.
bad, but we call trans fats ugly because they're man-made and the body does not know how to break those down.
I just wanted him to feel better.
Thank you.
Okay, number 2. Diets high in saturated fats appear to raise inflammation, while eating unsaturated fats can dampen the inflammatory process. True or false? Jason.
I'm going to say that's false.
I'm going to go true.
Okay,
Yeah!
Mark, it is true.
Come back
So-
trail, baby.
Oh,
Saturated fats cause us to bloat. Unsaturated fats cause us to decrease inflammation.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, 1-1.
All right.
Number 3, how many types of unsaturated fats are there? 6,
Ooh, gosh.
2, or 10? Mark.
6.
Jason.
10.
Breanna. 2.
Oh, no.
Well, now it's 1 to 1 to 1.
I know.
Holy smokes.
Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay, so let's just review the 2 types of unsaturated, which these are the good fats. That would be our mono and our poly unsaturated fats.
I knew that.
Okay? Oh man. Okay, so maybe this next question you'll get.
Okay.
All right, so
Yeah, well, let's not put money on that.
okay, so omega-3 fatty acids are an important type of polyunsaturated fats. Name 2 foods that contain omega-3 fatty acids.
Ooh.
Mark.
Nuts and beans.
Okay. Maybe can you name one more?
I know one.
Legumes.
Jason.
Fish.
And?
Poultry.
Oh,
no.
you gotta name 2.
Oh, fish,
You guys
fish
have
and nuts.
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
Jason.
I said
Yes.
nuts.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
you
but you
didn't
didn't say fish.
Yeah.
What was the other one I said?
You said legumes. No.
Oh.
Fish and nuts.
Yes.
The Mediterranean diet.
You're
That's
close. So other ones would be like fish, olive oil, and canola oil, flaxseed, walnuts, avocado,
flaxseed. Okay.
chia seeds. More of your seeds and nuts versus legumes.
Okay.
Yep.
So I'm winning now.
Yes.
2 to 1 to 1.
Yeah.
Major upset brewing here.
Hey, Brandon's
see
probably going
Mark's-
to win, though.
You see the wheels turning in
They
Mark's
are,
head right now.
yeah.
He's just like poof. Okay, you ready?
Yep.
All right. I need to know the 3 main health benefits of healthy fats. What are the 3 main things? And you can get the point, I guess, if you get 2 out of 3.
Okay.
All right, Mark.
3 main benefits of healthy fats.
Yes.
Blood pressure
Okay.
benefits, weight, and cholesterol.
Okay.
Am I over 3?
You got 1 for sure.
Huh?
And cognitive benefits.
Okay.
Oh.
Yes. Okay. Ding, ding, ding.
There it is.
All right. He
There
got
it is.
2 of them. So brain and heart health are most important. So yes, our cognitive function and then our heart function as well. And then decreasing cholesterol and our LDL and increasing HDL. So you got that one. And then, of course, decreasing inflammation. Didn't we
Yes.
just talk about
Yeah, we
that?
did.
Yeah.
Yes.
We did.
Some of these answers are carryover.
Yeah,
Okay,
they
so
are.
2 apiece.
And 1 for
Okay.
Breanna.
And 1 for Breanna.
Okay, so we're moving on to talking about diabetes here.
Okay.
Okay, switching gears. What's a normal A1C? Okay, I'm going to give you 4 options. Okay, 10.5 or lower, 7.1 or lower, 6.5 or lower, 3.0 or lower. Jason.
I'm going to go 6.5.
Woo! Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
I was going to say that too.
Yes.
That was a PSA that plays a lot on a radio station I listen to at night.
Oh, right. I love that.
6.5.
Yes.
Yes.
So a common misconception is that it is 7.1 and lower. And the reasoning is for that. They have come out with a new wishy-washy diagnosis of 6.5 to 7.1 is pre-diabetes. But I'm just going to tell you guys, if the doctor ever tells you that, they're sugarcoating it, okay? So we want it 6.5 or lower.
Was that a little commentary there when you used the
Sugar
term
quote.
wishy-washy?
Yes.
Okay. I caught that.
I like how it was sugar coated
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a deep
All right,
show.
so the next one is tell me what an A1C is. Ready, go.
See.
You know the number, but what is it?
It's a way to measure your diabetes.
Okay.
Well, yeah, well, you're looking for like what does the A and the C stand for, right?
Well, no. So
Oh.
I guess just what does it mean?
Oh, what does it mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's like the
level of good sugars in your body.
Okay, Jason.
it's how close you are to being on the bad side of sugars in your body.
Okay, so well, I'm gonna get the point for this
I was
round.
going to say, she's back in it.
I do love your guys' thoughts though.
Okay.
So an A1C is a 3-month average of your blood sugar.
Ah, okay.
Oh,
Yes.
3-month average.
that's good information.
Yes,
Yes.
it is.
Yeah,
Yep.
because we hear that term a lot, but don't
Yeah.
know
This
exactly what
is
it means.
why she's in the
Yeah,
Parkland podcast. Hall of
exactly.
Fame.
Absolutely.
And then to be honest, I couldn't tell you what A and the C stands for.
Okay.
Not
But
air
It's not
conditioning.
I
important.
don't think so. It's
Yeah.
not air conditioned, but 3-month average of the blood sugar, and we want it 6.5 and lower.
Okay.
Yep.
Awesome.
Okay, ready? Number 8. We're almost there. When we are watching our carbs, okay, how many grams of carbohydrates is equal to 1 serving?
Oh, boy.
Okay, ready?
Ready.
10, 50, 15, or 70?
All right, I'll throw one out
Okay,
there.
Jason.
Let's go 10.
Mark.
50.
Oh, man.
I was going to go 70, but I switched it to...
All right, so 15 grams of carbs is equal to 1 serving whenever we are watching our carbs and we want to pay attention to food labels.
So if I've never watched my carbs in my life, I need to know that now, don't I?
Well, you do, but you're going to want to come to Men's Health Day, get your A1C
Yes.
tested,
Yeah.
and if it's above 6.5, then we need to have a further conversation of how to count carbs.
Oh, boy.
I think Breanna's winning now.
But whenever we are looking
Yeah.
at food labels,
Right.
say we're on the go and we have to have like a frozen dinner, we're going to turn that label back or, turn the package over, look at the label. And if it's just like an astronomical amount of carbs, maybe we put it back and look for one that's a little bit lower, knowing that just for an average person, we want to have 3 servings of carbs in one meal. So that would be about 45 grams of carbs, right? So we could take that number and run from there.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
it's obvious to all who's listening that this is the girl who once told me I was morbidly obese when she weighed me
Man.
at the health center.
He's never let you forget that, has he?
No, he hasn't. Honestly, you know what? I think we need to go back and see if we can get a recording of that.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. Can you prove that now?
statute of limitations has run out.
Yeah.
Okay, you ready? Number 9.
Okay.
When managing diabetes, we only need to be concerned with carbohydrate intake, nothing else. True or false?
False.
Okay, what else do we need to worry about?
But that wasn't part of the answer. I was just true or false.
Okay, you got the point. You got the
Okay,
point.
So you have to be concerned about weight. You have to be
Okay.
concerned about blood pressure.
Okay.
And you have to be concerned about
What other foods do we need to be concerned about
Sugary
besides
foods.
carbs? Well, that's carbs.
carbs. I don't know. I got the point already.
Fatty
so-
foods.
Okay, so we'll give him props. He got the point for that. It is
Give me that. Too.
it is false. We do need to be concerned about more than one thing whenever we have diabetes. And food-wise, that would be carbs, of course, and then protein intake. So protein is kind of like that silent guy that we.
Do you want more or less?
We want more.
More,
Yeah.
okay.
So protein is it's slow for digestion. Okay. It slows everything down. So if we have a high carb meal and high carb meal only, then we get a giant blood sugar spike. But if we have carbs and protein will slow things down and we don't get such a giant blood sugar spike.
That makes sense.
Yeah. You guys are learning so much.
We
today.
are every
3
time.
to 3 to 3.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Wow.
Okay. This is the tiebreaker.
Oh, wow.
Mark, no pressure. You better get this one.
Uh-oh.
Literally no pressure. Wink, wink. Okay.
Uh-oh.
Choose the healthiest blood pressure option.
Ooh.
Okay. Now there are 4. Okay. You ready, Jason?
I'm ready.
140 over 90. 136 over 84. 130 over 88. Or 116 over 78. Mark.
That last one.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
I knew that.
Yes. So what's the optimal, what are the
Well,
numbers?
the 120 over 80
Yes.
is what I've always heard.
Yes. Yep.
But
So that
you-
116 over 78 would be the closest. Right?
Who won? Who has 4 and wins again? Woohoo! Where's the confetti? Where's the streamers?
Man,
I
next
know.
the
time.
fog machines.
Next time. Hey, the best I can do next time is a bubble machine.
Yeah. We'll take it.
Take it. Dun, 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 dun. Woo, that was fun.
That was good. Jason, no pressure, but I think he's whooped you every single
I
time.
know. Maybe I can get him back in the summer.
It's the experience. It's
do
the
some-
age thing.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's true.
absolutely.
Brianna, how can people find out more about the St. Francis County Health Center
That's a
online?
great question. Yeah, let's wrap this up. Great way to come and find us is we are in Park Hills across from the Immaculate Conception Catholic Church in Park Hills. So that's where we are located. It's 1025 West Main Street, Park Hills. We also are on Facebook, of course, St. Francis County Health Center. We have a lot of things going on there. One of my coworkers, Julie, she's also a dietitian. She
Yes.
takes care of that social media, so
Oh,
she
good.
is always posting something.
Good. Yeah, she's doing a good job.
Yeah, and then we do have a website, sfchc.org.
There you go.
Maybe.
Oh, and we mentioned the Women's Health Day this Friday. The Men's Health Day is the Friday before
Yes.
Father's Day.
It will be. For men, we will have your day. It is the Friday before Father's Day. You're correct. Same 8 to 4 hours.
And they do a great job. I've been there for that a couple of different times. I
Yeah.
can definitely vouch for it.
And that website is correct. Phone number
right on.
431-1947.
Yes, that's it.
Very good. Hey, thanks as always for
Yes.
coming. We
You
enjoyed
are
this a
the
lot.
best.
No problem, guys. It's always a good time.
All right, Breanna Griffin joining us here from the St. Francis County Health Center.
They said it couldn't be done. They said the world would never accept a cookie this long, or pretzel, and probably not a churro. They also said, under no circumstances should those really long and delicious treats be wildly affordable. Then we said, but we already made them, and they are. Introducing the incredible new foot-long sidekicks. Get one at Subway today.
This is the musical segment of the Parkland podcast, and this is where two old DJs talk about music and albums, and we have a cool prompt issued to us every week that we have to come up with songs that fit. So it's always a fun thing to do, and then we tell a joke or two and fade off into the distance. Mark Toady, your song of the week, who do you have?
My song of the week is one from a guy named Andy Pratt, and not too many people know of him, but that's
No.
one of the reasons for this segment. Andy Pratt is an American rock and roll guy born in the 1940s. His big hit is called Avenging Annie, and it was never a huge hit, but progressive rock stations played the you-know-what out of it, and they have for, close to 50 years now. Great tune. He's got
How does
this
it go?
They call me Avenging Annie. They all know my name. It's a great tune.
Okay.
The way I sing, you definitely need to listen to the song to do it justice. My singing will not. But it is a great tune. My brother Tom watches the podcast. He says, yeah, I know that song very well.
I'm sure he does.
Your father-in-law will
Yeah.
know that song very well. My album, The Kinks. It's a live album, and there are a ton of good songs on here. We all know Lola from the Kinks, but All Day and All of the Night is on here. Golly, I could go on and on till the end of the day. Celluloid Heroes, Superman, Where Have All the Good Times Gone? Great, great tunes. You think of the Beatles, you think of the Rolling Stones, you think of the Who leading the British invasion in the late 60s. The Kinks were right there behind them.
Right there with
that
them.
would be my album.
All right, so Song of the Week, I'm going to give this one out to my son. He is a big Jack Black fan, and Tenacious D is his favorite band. In fact, we went looking for Tenacious D T-shirts.
All you had to do is get a hold of Candy Hente from the Chamber. She has all their albums.
She does. But I was looking for, as I put the, skip the ad for whatever this is behind us playing, maybe, or this will just be part of the segment, whatever. Tenacious D tribute. We looked for a T-shirt and in the mall this past week, and I took a couple of 8th graders into Spencer's. I kind of forgot what Spencer's was all about.
I remember Spencer's.
Yeah, my son's like, Dad, that shirt said Future MILF on it. Anyways.
Okay, that's not good.
Tenacious D Tribute. That is the song of the week released in 2001, Jack Black and Kyle Gass. Now, a place we did go that was a lot more 8th grader appropriate was this used bookstore in Chesterfield. And
no MILF shirts.
They had records. Oh my gosh, I could have walked out of there having spent like $20,000. There were so many good used records. But Kayla found this one, and she's like, you got to get this. This is courtesy of KMOX Productions. This is a 1982 World Series St. Louis Cardinal album, and it features KMOX radio play-by-play and season highlights. Celebration. Busch Beer presents. That's who Augie Busch made this album himself. And I haven't heard it yet, but I'm very excited to hear it.
It'll be worth it just to hear Jack Buck's
Oh,
voice.
man, to hear that old grovelly voice talk about Suter, talk about the White Rat, about Willie McGee and his rise. Should have been the MVP. Darryl Porter was the MVP of the 82 World Series, but looking forward to listening to that album on the old record player. All right, our prompt of the week was song duets
Pretty
with
much.
a dude and a chick, right?
Yeah.
That was our criteria of what we had. What were some songs that you came up with?
First one I thought of was James Taylor and Carly Simon in Mockingbird, which is such a great version of that song. Sonny and Cher, I Got You, Babe.
Right.
And, of course, the Meatloaf classic with Ellen Foley, Paradise by the Dashboard Lights. But then I looked it up, and even though I don't really like the song, Elton John and Kiki D, Don't Go Breaking My Heart.
It's okay.
Stevie Nicks, Don Henley, Leather and Lace.
Better.
And my old country upbringing, Johnny and June in Jackson.
Everything Johnny and June fits this category. What about Islands in the Stream? Dolly Parton and Kenny Rogers. Of course, a big hit there. You mentioned Leather and Lace. Stevie Nicks did a lot of duets with people. My favorite is Stop Dragging My Heart Around with Tom Petty. And then also Don't Come Around Here No More with Tom Petty. And that song's about Dave Stewart, who before he was Cy Young award-winning pitcher with the Oakland A's, was in Eurythmics with Annie Lennox.
Probably two different guys.
Yeah, they are two different guys. And so Dave Stewart, apparently, the story goes, had a few too many one night and was really wanting to make an impression on Stevie Nicks. And Stevie Nicks said, nope. And then he kind of started like following her, and basically she said, "Don't come around here no more." Tom Petty heard about that and said, "Let's make a song.
Make a song out of that.
Let's make a song out of that," and it worked out pretty well. And then one other duet, and I need to do a little more research, but Eric Clapton has a tune called "The Core" on the Slow Hand album, and I love "The Core." I think it's such a great song, and that is a duet, and I'm trying to see who was the lady that sang that song with him, because her voice is really, really good. And then for some reason it's telling me it's Sheryl Crow, but Sheryl Crow was not alive when that song was made.
I'm pretty sure she was alive.
Well, she was alive, but
she
she
may have
was
been
not.
12. But...
Yeah, she wasn't even like backup singer for Michael Jackson Sheryl Crow yet. So, and again, your brother and my Marcy Levy. Marcy
sure.
Levy
I've got
is
all her
who.
albums.
Yeah. That's who does the core with Eric Clapton. But a great tune. If you're unfamiliar, check that out. I think it's one of Slow Hand's greatest tunes. A nice long tune too comes in at over 9 minutes. So it was one of those cool songs to play to go to the bathroom back when you had albums.
Special mention to Claire Torrey.
Claire Torrey.
Claire Torrey. She is the gal who sings on the Pink Floyd album Dark Side
Oh,
of the Moon.
Yes.
That's always a classic, and if I had more time, I'd look up who sings on the Gimme Shelter song.
Yes,
from the
that's
Rolling Stones.
another
That's a
one
different
too.
gal,
Yeah. Those are great ones there. I forgot about those two. And I mean, I guess the Pink Floyd, that's the
Yeah.
and she's way better than I am.
She's
at
almost
singing.
Candy Hente level.
Let's not go that far. But what a great song and some great duets there. And then of course, who could forget Endless Love, Lionel Richie and Diana Ross.
I could try.
Who do we have coming up on the show next week?
Next week, we're going to talk rodeo, St. Francis
Yes.
County Rodeo, and we're going to talk with Daniel Engler, son of Kevin Engler, and he works with I believe, the Department of Natural Resources. He's going to tell us about some upcoming meetings
Cool.
that people are going to want to know about concerning area state parks.
Great. So that'll be coming up. We also have Greg Camp coming up on a future
episode.
podcast. That'll be very entertaining. Former radio brethren of ours and city administrator in Deloge, now doing that job up in Festus.
And Clint Price and
Price.
Chastity are going to come in and join us
Yep.
again, too.
We'll have some
Save a lot.
more Save a Lot stuff. And if you know of a good guest that would be awesome for the podcast, let us know. Let us know. I know there's been a couple people that have asked to come on the show. One person will probably never get his opportunity, but you never know.
Yeah, I don't even know who he's talking about, but I'll go with him.
Well,
Since he
whatever.
owns the camera.
Yeah. So there you go. Thank you so much. We appreciate you as always. And thanks for watching all the way to the end of episode 47 of the Parkland Podcast.